All right. Last time we played, we weren't allowed to go back home because there were issues on the street. We believed it to be dangerous. So, boss let us sleep at the bar in her little cot or something like that. So let's see what happens. I hope our cat is okay. I think it was Say was in danger at the bank. So hopefully she's okay. And hopefully Stella is also okay. I am worried about both of them dearly because I actually enjoy their company and their time. All right. Just adjusting things in my ears so I can hear a little better. All right, let's get going. Rise and shine. Oops, sorry. Rise and shine. Morning. It's 11 a.m. though. We knew Jill does tend to sleep in. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Saibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue white knights. Okay, so some of them have stopped their duties and are doing something else instead. Interesting. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of white knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. Can Lilim be white knights, I wonder? Because like maybe something got messed up in their computer brains? Not sure. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out there, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any white knight they spot. Okay. Little police unrest, civilian unrest. Makes sense in a cyberpunk society. That seems to be a hallmark of the genre, is powerful companies, powerful people, powerful systems are ultimately corrupt in some way. I don't consume a lot of cyberpunk media, but that seems to be a trend, perhaps a staple of the genre. So not only are the white knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Say is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we going to work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Ooh, a day off of work with boss? Okay. Oh, all right. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay, then let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. All right. Whoa, things are changing. It's like Metal Gear Solid up in here. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, want to hang out for a bit? Oh, look at her doing a little bit of what do you call it? Socializing. It's nice. She doesn't seem all that interested in hanging out with other people, so this is cool. Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit, mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. Ooh. To more beer? I was going to say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. What is that? But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? A little ciggy? Don't do it. Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? Oh, the small talk. It's rough. It's hard. It gets cold from time to time, but nothing that Kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh right, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either? Yeah, I left it at home when we were going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? I'll give her the slut shirt. Yeah. I insist. I have this hoodie from some time ago, and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Don't know, some flea market ages ago. Why? Are we bad with our money? We might be bad with our money. Nothing, it's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want, I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough, 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. There's the king. Yeah, look at that cat. That's a good cat. That's a solid cat. Meow. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just Foray. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. Cat girls will be cat girls, which is also nice. He'll warm up quickly enough. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. We had a bear, excuse me. I'm so used to saying beer in this game. Back at home we had a bear. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. Yeah, Jill's smiling. That is very odd. Jill doesn't seem to smile much. Excuse me while I change a little bit of audio. Did it say Bosco? That's another Seinfeld reference? Yeah, I guess so. That's one I don't get. Is Bosco the bear? If that means anything. It's good to hear. I guess this person really likes Seinfeld. I mean, I've enjoyed the episodes that I've watched as well, but, you know, not that much. I mean, I haven't watched that much. I have enjoyed what I watched. Don't want to diss on, like, the sitcom classic. And it's good to see you, Mama. Thank you for being here with me. I miss you dearly. What, me taking such a sappy pic? Hi. No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these? That's, uh-oh. Little past trauma coming up, I think. The one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabriella, her sister. Huh, is this pic recent, or... Actually, that one's from about 3 or 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Uh-oh. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. Aw, Jill. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. Yeah, I can kind of guess that. You're refusing Alma's, like, advances. You don't seem to want to hang out with anybody. Seems like you're still kind of getting over the loss here. It's sad. I just went away. Haven't said a word since. Really, it's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the pic. Why ever pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing that they're there, watching you, protecting you. Word for word, what Alma said. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. That'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Oh, looks like an It's nothing. Nothing. Now, please give that to me. loop. All right. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Twitch page says you have 18 followers, but the goal bar says 17, which is correct. To my knowledge, the Twitch is correct. For whatever reason, my widget is not updating. But we got a new follower, Buku Beans, which I've shouted out already, but just in case they're here, thanks again, Buku Beans. I do appreciate it. I will fix the makeup stream thing very soon. Very soon. We're very close to that makeup stream. I'm going to be a beautiful, beautiful person. Whatever needs to be done will be done to make me gorgeous. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Oh, this is nice. Damn, you have a lot of beer. There we go, took a little drink. Now let's talk. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. It's cheaper than water. Oh, this is a terrible society. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. Interesting. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA, and this one is more of a Pilsner. Got the thrills for the pills. Yeah, baby. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Don't know, it doesn't taste like a lighter. Doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Aw, she really likes her boss, because that wasn't that great of a joke. But she laughed anyways, and that's how you know there's something going on. There's that chemistry. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Neutrogenic, oh gosh, dichrometrical lidogenol, or NDL. Ugh, that was tough. Gotta go back to organic chemistry for that shit. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. Oh, good. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Let's take a drink. Yeah. A little bit. There we go. So I wonder if the bars use this because it's like the NDL because it's cheaper than water. So when they need to make their alcoholic beverages and they need like a water base, because this is more or less identical but cheaper, they use this as a substitute for water. Cornstarch. It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see, and I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Aw, damn. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Let me finish this beer. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Let's open a new one. Will you have some too? I've never drank that much beer. She just had one can. It's more than I've ever had. I can't make it through a can of beer. It's so shitty. And like even when I tried, it's just not something my body will let me do. It refuses to let me consume it. Not really, no. And leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Don't know, with what with being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Aww. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me that you kept that poster of me in the room. Yeah, that's a little strange, isn't it? Even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know. Does it make you uncomfortable? It doesn't make you uncomfortable. Why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. I'll say one thing. Having a face cam does get me used to my own face. I've had to look at it a lot lately. What with the editing and the going through for highlights and such, I have gotten more used to my face. And it's all right. It's a passable, serviceable face. It does what it needs to do. It expresses. It lets the voice come out. It rubs the lotion on the skin. It's a good face. It's a perfectly acceptable face. Let's go ahead and down that beer. There we go. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Oh, calling out my stream. Oh, shit. What, no steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Oh. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Oh, something with Lenore. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. That's tough. It's a head game. It's a head game. This is awkward for you? It's okay, Mama. Is it because I was talking about my face? Because maybe I have too much confidence in my face. Self-confidence is a new look on me, I will admit. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about that poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me a dildo face? Oh. That's what friends are for. Hey, Jill, where did you get that black foray ball? Well, as with any black cat or house cat in general, he's actually a stray. Well, thank you for saying you like my face. I did, did a little shavy shave. Looks alright. I usually like it a little bit more when it comes in a bit. Day 1 or 2, I'm still not like super thrilled. It's a little prickly. But a couple of days in, it starts to get a little softer, and I'm happier with it. Looks a little fuller, too. We got a couple cats. Where's my cats? I don't know. Camouflaged into a blanket, probably. I found him in the alleys near the building not long after I moved here, I think. Ah, I see. It was quite the sight, though. He was cornered by all these dogs, but they were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran away, and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked. Turns out the little shit started following me. So you brought it home? At first I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying. Aw. It's a good cat. Foray's a good cat. It was destiny, girl. When he came, he was so cute, though. Not like the fat mass that's sleeping on the table. Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Oh, did Jill just do the voice? Oh ho. Shit, I actually did that in front of someone else. Aw, she speaks for her cat. That's really endearing. Like, I've always liked Jill. She's clearly going through some stuff, and she's trying her best. But that was a very endearing trait. The fact that she's a nerd about alcohol and knows a lot, and then talks as her cat. Primo stuff. Oh. Anyway. Don't anyway me. Do you normally speak for your cat like that? Maybe. I wonder if Gail's alright. You worried about him? Well, let's drink a little bit, because we're worried about Gail. Yeah. That's good stuff. I assume. There we go. Look at that. 3 beers. 3 beers! Hell yeah! You worried about him? Make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. Yeah, poblanos are better in every way. So, like, if you're ever going to use bell pepper, just use a poblano. like a little jalapeno. It's a better choice overall for the dish. He does? I've seen him even reject food that's been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He... what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Samesies. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. He seems like a good guy. Take a couple drinks. Drink. Delicious water. I return the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time. Sometimes literally. Literally, like, protecting his ass or covering his ass like his pants are down. He's exposed himself in some way. What surprises me is you took him in so easily. I could take care of myself, and I always keep an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned... Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. That's how she likes to be called. That's how we refer to people. Is basic traits. Particularly and especially aesthetic cosmetic ones only. At least the hacker is you know, a job, but she even said she didn't like that title. So I don't know. I can't remember her name. Well, okay. Alma? I was going to say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. Yeah, you guys would be a good fit. Makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You have bad relationships with your family? Oh, here we go. We're getting into the good shit. Let's drink. There we go. Yeah. We're talking about family problems. Gotta lube up the social juices. Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. But back to Alma, I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. Or girl? Or anybody, or nobody. I mean, she's so bent into finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed. Ah, I see. This is where I shine. This is exactly where I belong, talking about family problems. We're in my element. There's also the sex worker robot girl. Oh no, Dorothy. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilim can be weird. You think? Lilim operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. I wonder how often the cloud backs them up. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. But do they have free health care, robot care, where they can, can they just go to a Ford dealership type of thing and get things replaced? How much does it cost? If they lose an arm, how long do they have to go without one? Can they afford one if they don't have a job? Because clearly they have work. And I don't feel like everybody in this society is privileged and lucky enough to, to have resources. So it wouldn't surprise me if Lilim are also not fully taken care of. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilim get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose. So, I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Yikes, that sounds like a nightmare. Interesting. The name Lilim is a bit weird, though. Yeah, it's clearly sexual. You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilim doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Good to know. I've been calling her sex bot this whole time. Oh no, Gotta be better than you were last time. I'm ashamed of my words and actions. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. Yes, thank you. You couldn't have told me that earlier? That aside, do you know why they're called Lilim? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilim are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. A little mythology lesson, a little Abrahamic religious study stuff. Very cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. I bet it has something to do with her ex. See, like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform it into an armor-clad magic knight. That sounds great. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules, hating her job because it invited enemies. And yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. Interesting. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show. Even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. That sounds like a great show for kids. Those are definitely lessons they need to learn. I would watch this show. I would let my kids watch this show. Challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs just like her. I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. Heyo! Here, newsflash, everyone's a jackass. Like, almost without fail. People kind of suck. But I love them, and I want to support them, but they also suck. I hate people, but I love people. It's a very fine line, tightrope walk mentality. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. Uh-oh. Waves of middle school nostalgia. Ugh. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Oh, here, I thought it was going to be about the girlfriend. It was about something totally different. Color me surprised. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. That's some formative year shit. Things that happen early on, they stick around with you. Hey, what's up, Jabroni? Good morning, man. I'm doing just fine so far. The game has taken a sincere turn, less crazy than the past, but okay so far, honestly. Honestly, it's okay. I hope you're doing well. Your interviews are happening and you are well prepared. I think you had like 2 of them. Good luck with that. That sounds like hell. But hopefully there's a horizon a-coming. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Aw. But she changed. We can all change, guys. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Okay, man, prepped enough at this point. I just want to get them over with. Appreciate the good vibes. I'm sending you, non-superficial good energy, whatever that means. It's not just thoughts and prayers here. Hopefully, just good conversation. That means something, I assume. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little. Yikes. And the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot, and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age. My dad says his last words were something like, Fucking scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain. They can now, though. We're working on it. Or at least this game is working on it. Why the question? I'm curious about you. Really curious. Little bi-curious, perhaps? I just realized that even though we see each other every day, I know very little about you. Oh? From what you tell me, though, it seems like your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've heard that once. That one since I was a kid, actually. Boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in the circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyway, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. Interesting. That feels like spin-off material. I know the people are making another game. I don't think they've finished it yet, so maybe that's the character. That'd be kind of cool. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called Nirvana. Ha, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the next game in the series. N1RVNA. And if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. IRC ain't nothing to fuck with. And means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened N1RV and B in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. I've worked in hotels. They suck. Especially Disney ones. I wasn't even on actual Disney premises at one of their big hotels, like the Swan and Dolphin or the Contemporary or Animal Kingdom Lodge. So I wasn't even dealing with the highest end douchebaggery that frequented the areas. And even then, there were some major assholes. A lot of entitled people. I'm happy for those experiences, though. Got me used to talking to people. It gave me a lot of empathy for service workers. I haven't worked in a restaurant, which everyone's like, oh, you got to work in a restaurant so you can learn how to, understand people. I feel like doing valet and bell services kind of fulfilled the same role. And I can park a car like nobody's business. I do the little that, do the this. Yeah. I've got skills. Hopefully I can, keep the art alive. wait, back to playing the game. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in what? I've done lots of things, Jill. Clearly. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, a joker, a smoker, a midnight toker, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, and my sis, Iris, and Lexi, guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home and college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friends since moving here is Alma, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always Foray, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, Hey, boss, what will you do when the bar closes? I don't know, maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry, bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. Oh, you're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. Let's drink a little bit. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. Oh, that'd be cute and nostalgic. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, little cutscene? This is nice. Bad end. That just showed up. We didn't drink enough, guys. We got the bad ending. The snow is really pretty. Chapter 2. Look at that. That was all Chapter 1? What the fuck?